Hi Malika.
Hi Harley.
Hi everyone listening.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to Sonder and Salt, the weekly food podcast about the magic of eating. Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me?
No.
This week we have new listeners joining us from Colombia.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
The pitch of that.
Hola.
Welcome, whoever it is out there. It blows our mind every single week that we have new listeners, that people are listening from all over the world. Colombia.
Did they hear about my love for the Colombian food in North London?
That's probably why they're here.
The empanadas.
That's probably why they're here.
I love Can I just say on a side note?
Go on.
I realised during a little break off that I love Colombian empanadas because they are Colombian empanadas are made with masa flour, corn flour. Yeah, so it makes them gluten free.
Right.
But it also gives the pastry, I guess you would call it, the outer casing.
Different crumb.
Yes, it's got a nice crisp to it, and I love the flavour of like corn flour.
Yeah.
So I've realised, and I've gone out and I've had empanadas that are made with a wheat-based pastry flour.
Yeah.
It never hits the same.
Not the same.
But it's because it's made with masa, and I love it. So, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Also, we announced our website on our last episode, so thank you so much to everyone that's gone over there and had a look. Mm-hmm. Randomly, on the first 2 days of the website being live, we had a bulk of visitors from the UK, but literally all over the UK.
Yeah.
And
really?
Italy.
Really?
Yeah.
God, maybe they're just searching us because we haven't even put it out there.
The first 2 days. So thank you so much everyone that's had a look and given us feedback and just checked it out and shared it and stuff. If you are enjoying this podcast, please leave a review on whatever platform that you like to listen to it on. We're gonna hopefully collate some reviews and stuff and put them on the website as well. That'd be cute.
And whilst you're on the website, make sure that you sign up to the newsletter.
You know it.
It's gonna have all the gems in there, all the bits and bobs that you need to know, and some behind the scenes bits with me and Harley. So
in case you were not getting enough of us.
Exactly.
Some people said they missed us.
We're not going to bombard you guys, but it's going to be worth it.
For sure. What you been up to? What's your food highlight of the week?
So, my food highlight of the week is a little bit of a throwback. Mm-hmm. Again, during our little hiatus, I made a couple of reels and TikToks and stuff because I had a bit more time, obviously. And one of the ones that I made was a white sangria recipe. I have mentioned before in one of our previous food highlights that I love sangria. I love white sangria. That is my preference. And sangria is a wine-based cocktail, basically. So it's typically made with some kind of wine, brandy or some kind of liqueur, and then something to kind of chase it, I guess. So if you check out the Sonder and Salt Instagram account, I linked the recipe reel there, and it's got all of the ingredients and bits and bobs that you'll need. Super easy, but it tastes so amazing. It's a perfect summertime drink. If you're having a barbecue, if you're listening last week, and you're having a barbecue, definitely want to have some white sangria there. It's different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I do like white sangria. I think my preference is red sangria, and I think that's just because my parents typically drink red wine, so my first my first experience is in this lane with red sangria. But I love a fruity pitcher. I love a Pimm's.
I do love a Pimm's. It's that season. It's that time.
I even love. I know a lot of people think that it's fake love, but I love an Aperol.
I do not like. Who likes Aperol?
Me.
I do not like.
I
Aperol.
love the tang. I love the
I think
bitterness.
we should make this the poll. Maybe. Who loves the Aperol spritz, because I think it's so polarizing. I think it's awful. Okay. What is it? The Negroni? Is it Negroni? What is it?
No, it's Aperol itself. Yeah. It's a liqueur.
Aperol is in Negronis, isn't it?
I believe so, because it's a spirit of the Campari group. Like Aperol is the brand, but like Campari group make all different liqueurs.
Yeah, all the best on that one. Can't agree.
Okay, well, we're gonna link on our Instagram stories, and if you're listening to this on Spotify, scroll down the episode and you will find a poll there. Vote. Aperol, yay or nay?
Nay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Go and vote. You'll be the first one there. I know you will.
My food... vote for my accounts.
All of you. Oh, gosh. My food highlight of the week is a chicken Kiev.
From which supermarket?
Asda.
Fridge? Asda?
Yes.
Fair enough. I haven't been to Asda for years.
Well,
not even M&S.
I'm
Asda.
rocking with that. Listen, there's a cost of living crisis, Malika.
Fair enough.
It's not affecting everyone the same, evidently. But I'm just saying.
It doesn't matter what crisis we're in. I'm not buying a chicken Kiev from
the
supermarket fridge.
I like a breaded, ready-made good.
I do like a chicken Kiev, I'll be honest, but I went
to my parents, I don't know, a couple of months ago now, we had chinchilla for some reason for dinner. Me and my mum had chinchillas for dinner.
What?
I think she did it almost like a fake roast dinner. We didn't have time to do the whole chicken thing.
What?
So we had like potatoes and vegetables.
Scared I had chicken Kiev roast dinner.
Like we did baby potatoes.
Yeah.
And vegetables.
That's not like a roast dinner.
Well, what roast potatoes and a roast vegetables?
Oh, it was roasted potatoes.
Yeah, like baby ones.
I thought normally when I see them, people have it like boiled new potatoes or something. Okay.
I like to do them in the air fryer, to be honest with you. I like to do them parboiled and I like to put them in the air fryer. But I wasn't their parents.
Are they like smashed?
Can do, but I didn't.
Okay.
Anyway, goodness. Had it in my parents' house a couple of months ago and it was just on my mind.
Yeah.
It was on my mind. And I've been training. Mm-hmm. We've been training.
Yeah.
For a certain little 10K. And I was like, you know what? I just need to up my proteins. I was like, I fancy some chicken. And this was only a couple of, like last week, 2 weeks ago maybe, 3 weeks ago. And I just thought.
So you thought.
I enjoyed that chicken kebab I had at my mum's house a couple of weeks ago.
But you thought in order to train for the 10K, you're going to up the protein with garlic butter.
Yes.
And a breaded crumb.
Well, either it was that or a chickpea. So what would you rather?
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. And I've realised how easy they are to just like do and chop them up, put on a salad. I've been taking them for like packed lunch and just wrapping them in foil so they don't get all soaky, and then just chopping it out quickly, putting it on a salad. Because it's literally, it's garlic butter chicken.
Yeah.
Banging.
I do like I do love a bit of a chicken.
Right. Got them in my freezer right now.
The ones from Costco.
Okay.
I think it was. They come in a big bag. Those were quite nice.
See, your tune's changed.
No, I didn't say I didn't like a chicken. Yeah, I've never had the one from Asda personally.
It was nice.
But yeah.
It was nice. I enjoyed it. It was my food highlight of the week, and there's 2 more in the freezer. And I will say, if you buy the ones from Asda, one of my pet peeves about buying like ready meals and stuff that you put in the freezer is that once you put them in the freezer, either you've got to defrost them to cook them, or it takes like 5 times longer to cook them from frozen. Mm-hmm. Chicken Kiev only take 5 minutes longer from frozen than they do from fresh, which is great.
How do you know that?
Because I read the packet before I put it in the freezer.
Okay. I was going to say, why is that some kind of chicken Kiev connoisseur? Like, what is going on?
Because I went to Marks & Spencer's the other day to buy another ready meal. Guys, anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of ready meals.
Anyway, and it was a pasta one, Stabs at a penny, that Rashida recommended.
Hold on. You were screaming up and down. Is it the arrabbiata?
No, it's a Peppa Pig. It's Tuscan sausage.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice. But anyway, I bought one to eat that day and I was going to buy one to put in the freezer. But the whole point of me grabbing it is because it was 7:30 and it was a work night and I wanted to eat expeditiously. So why then, if I put it in the freezer, are you telling me that I have to remember to defrost it before I can cook it? The whole point of it.
But it's probably to maintain the quality.
Okay, well, whatever. Like, once it goes in the freezer.
So you want the one that's been like nuked to death so that it can go straight
If it's not convenient, it's not a convenient food. Like, if it's not convenient, why are you calling it convenience food if it's not convenient?
Because it's more convenient than traditional.
Yeah, but you're now telling me to remember in the morning that I'm going to be working late to take it out of the freezer.
Was it suggestive or is it saying?
No, I'm pretty sure it was like how to cook from frozen.
Well, Holly, if you like it, I love it. So
chicken Kievs, guys, love it so much. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and on TikTok and on everywhere so that you can see how our food highlights look. And how we like to style them.
Yeah.
And how we like to enjoy them. Some of them will also feature in the newsletter. Obviously, we eat so much stuff every week that we pick one thing a week to share on here.
Exactly.
So monthly, we will be sharing some other highlights and recipes and stuff like that in the newsletter. But anyway, before I talk too much, what are we talking about today?
Picnics. So we're talking about picnics today. I love a picnic. And it is that time, it is that season. We are obviously having barbecues, which we spoke about last week. Mm-hmm. This week, we're talking about another summer British fave, but also worldwide. Don't know. I assume they're quite worldwide fave. Alfresco dining is a global thing, but in the UK,
French. I think the Europeans,
they love a
picnic a lot.
Yeah, so we also love a picnic, and that's what we're talking about today.
So that's why I'm sitting here in picnic blanket plaid.
Yeah.
And Malaka's wearing
like floral,
hay fever floral.
Yeah, basically
the theme of our outfits. I don't know. Some people clock that we sometimes wear like the same thing,
or it's like it's on theme.
Yeah, we never really like have mentioned it before, but we try, guys. Like we try to make these visuals visual. You know, we try to make it happen for you.
Bring the episode to life.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of plaid today. I am the picnic.
Harley's
blanket.
the picnic blanket. Yeah,
I am the picnic.
I'm what she's laying on top of, basically
a ground. So Malaka.
Yeah.
by your definition and the official definition of whatever research you've done, what is a picnic?
Right. So I think, to preface, as you love to say, this part of the conversation.
Yes.
So if you go online and you Google first glance, where do picnics come from? You'll notice that there is a bit of an urban myth or legend floating around on the internet.
Yeah.
And it's an American one, really, about the origins of picnics. And according to them, it's got some really grueling, disturbing history. And if you know American history, African American history, then you'll be aware of, trigger warning, lynchings, and how the African American community were being treated, particularly post-slavery. And lynchings were a really big thing in the South. And picnics, people would basically go out to watch these lynchings live, and as part of that, to make it a social gathering, they would also have picnics. However, that in itself definitely happened and is definitely true, but that is not where picnics come from. Picnics which is precede that, and they're a very separate activity to people going out to watch these horrific events and bringing food and making, because
they were already defined at that point.
Exactly,
they were taking a picnic to the thing. They were also having picnics in their farms, on their plantations, like al fresco dining, as we said. I had no idea about this. That this was a rumor. I know what you're saying, the actual historical facts of what you're saying, but I didn't know about this. So maybe this is the first time some people are hearing it. But if you're fast forwarding over the trigger warning, it's now over. Yeah. We won't be mentioning that again.
No. However, that aside, picnics have French roots.
Yes.
Dating back to about the 17th century. And it was a activity that started with the aristocracy within their homes. And they would start with, it was basically like nibbles, that they would have at home around a certain time of day. And it was like a social gathering where people would come around and they would just nibble on these bits and bobs. Then
bits and bobs. Picky bits.
It was the original. That's what original picky bits.
Pick stands for picky bits.
Basically, but the pick and picnic is to do with like picking small bits of food.
That is brilliant.
And then you had basically like the French Revolution, the aristocracy was all over the place, etc. And then post that, people would then start eating outside, but it was still seen very much as a elitist social gathering, because these are people that lived in the countryside, had access to a lot of Greenland, etc. And then made its way over to the UK, because as you know, people travel and migrate, and then it became very much a British cultural activity
thing. Yeah.
There's a lot of historical context. We will link the podcast that we listened to down below, which was really interesting.
A BBC Food Programme podcast, which was really insightful.
So according to some dictionaries, this is me on Wikipedia at the moment, but I think it's a very reliable source. The French word picnic, which is spelled Pique-Nique, is based on the verb piquer, which means pick, peck, or nab, and the rhyming addition nick, which means thing of little importance, bagatelle, trifle. So it's that, to me, sounds like picking bits. Picky bits.
Picky bits.
Picky bits. That is what that
I like it. Is, I'm very much about that. Through my research and the things I was reading, and even just looking at how I picnic over the years, which we'll talk about, I think a big thing in the history of picnics was very much about a signifier of wealth, and that somebody in your household staff would prepare this thing, and then you and your lovely lady would go off into the country with your prepared picnic. But it would be homemade foods. Yeah. And depending on where you lived, like the history of picnics for us are very much like cold food. But that's different around the world depending on how people picnic and across Europe and how things have changed. But I find these days picnics, you can buy a picnic.
Yes, you
can. You can buy a picnic, and our version of picky bits, especially, be it at a picnic or at home, is usually like, you know, ready-made bits, throw them in the oven type bits, or just grab them in the M&S deli and just throw them in your picnic basket and off you go. So I think there's been a change of the times of how you picnic. What's your preference of picnic? Do you prefer to have made your picnic, or are you cool with like picking up some bits and having picky bits?
Yeah, it depends. I like I like alfresco dining. So a picnic is essentially a form of alfresco dining.
Yes.
I like to picnic, just going out to a park, chilling and having some food. If I've got the time and it's a whole big thing, I have been known to cook things for the picnic or prepare foods. I think I even did a vlog on my YouTube channel. Me and my friend went to a picnic and I bought some things and I prepared some things. If it's a whole day out, it's just vibes, and at some point we want to picnic, because ultimately a picnic is a meal taken outdoors as part of an excursion, especially in scenic surroundings such as a park, lakeside, etc. So I could be out all day and we'll say, we're going to go and eat in the park. At that point, we are having a picnic.
Yeah.
So we'll run to M&S, get some bits and bobs. And the most I'll probably bring with me is the blanket, which will allow me to picnic outdoors. So it kind of depends. If I'm doing the latter, I'm probably going somewhere more far afield. And if I'm doing the former, where I'm cooking stuff at home, I'll keep it local and go to a local park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, is there an option of your picnic life where you buy an entire hamper?
I personally have never bought a whole picnic hamper. That could be because there's something in my brain that doesn't love it. That doesn't love the idea, especially because a lot of these places, it's like sandwiches, scones, a bit of baked goods, etc. My kind of picnic.
Yeah, go on. What's in your picnic?
Chicken wings, chicken wings, meatballs, cooked things that I could fried chicken.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to be this guy. I really don't want to be this person. But when Jamaican people travel, it was the norm for me, even if we were going on a flight abroad, for them to pre-prepare fried chicken and hard dough bread. And the fried chicken, you'd eat it cold.
Yes.
That to me is peak picnic food.
Yeah.
Pre-cooked fried chicken that is cold.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. With hard dough bread on the side. So for me, sandwiches and all them things there, it's not really cutting it. It's not sufficient. I don't mind like a one sandwich option.
Yeah.
I like a mixture of like proper food, wholesome food.
Yeah.
A couple of salad pots, a sandwich, and then some fried chicken aside, and then some fruits, and maybe a cake or some kind of fruit or something.
Yeah, my family picnics, and we try and have one every year, like in the summer, like my wider family, my mum's family, and there's 2 or 3 people that are in charge of the fried chicken.
Yeah.
Like, don't come with.
Did you say that you was going
else.
KFC before? Am I making that up?
That wasn't me.
I thought you said you'd bought KFC to the family.
No, I said I would.
Oh, you
I said if someone made it my responsibility to bring the fried chicken to the barbecue, it would be KFC
cool.
because that's not my remit and you know it. So don't ask that. Don't ask that of me.
Family bucket, 15
Listen,
pieces.
This is a whole nother topic we could discuss, but people have roles in families.
That's facts.
Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
People have food roles. You know what to go to certain people for certain things.
Yeah.
I said in the last episode, certain people for macaroni and cheese in a certain way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So don't ask me to bring the fried chicken. It will be a family bucket.
Okay.
Just saying. But the people who don't know to bring the fried chicken, know to bring the fried chicken. And they also, just the person who brings a fried chicken, especially within Jamaican culture, also has to turn up with the complaints about the fact that they had to fry the chicken. Do you know what I mean? It's a whole thing.
They just like to be miserable sometimes.
Yeah, it's
just for the effect.
It gives the food a different flavour to know that it was made with love.
And resentment.
And resentment. all at once.
Love and discontentment.
All at once.
Yeah.
There has to... hand in hand, to be honest with you. But my family, there'll be some kind of fried chicken offering. There's also a certain number of people at the family that we know are bringing drinks.
Okay. I love a bit, do you know what I do love? Rum punch at a picnic.
Yeah.
And something else that my mum...
I like strong, drinks.
M&S tinnies.
Oh,
I love those for a picnic. Mm-hmm. A good like homemade lemonade. My dad makes the most banging homemade lemonades. Really? Yeah, with like a good like brown sugar or like molasses or something. I like to add a little bit of rose water and fresh mint. It's nice. You don't like. It's nice. You ain't tried it. Somebody that was banging off chicken Kiev from Asda. I didn't want to hear it. anyway, and another thing that my mum used to do, like essentially we were having picnics often when we'd go to like events on a Sunday. She would make peppered shrimp.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she would make peppered shrimp a lot. She went through a phase, and that was something nice that we could just eat out. It's a bit messy. It's very much a finger food.
I was gonna say shellfish,
etc.
And it's wet.
It is. If you've got access to like a bathroom or you've got like hand wipes, etc. Then you're okay. But this is what I mean. For me, a picnic, there's always an element of proper food.
Yeah, I like a slaw.
Yeah.
I think that's my like family type thing. I think my version of picnic, so we were doing some picnic content at work recently, and we were looking up these aesthetics. There's loads of videos on TikTok about how to pack a picnic basket, what to take on a picnic, how to have a picnic. And picnicking has also become a form of like paid for event. I see these like event organizers who will like host you a picnic in the park, and it's almost got like, it's like a table made of, you know, like wooden pallets.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So
are they providing the food as well?
I think so. I think it's like you pay for the whole thing. I haven't looked into it fully, but that's the kind of picnic that I have versus the kind of picnic that I think I want.
Okay. What's that?
I think my picnics have like little quiches.
Oh, God. I do like quiche though. But I love make a good quiche, yeah.
And I think my picnic does have strawberries and cream and afternoon tea little scone.
Okay.
I think I like that. I think I like a continental picnic.
Oh gosh. You like
do.
the nibbles and the picky bits. I think I do. And
I like a little like this is, I don't think this has ever actually happened for me.
Yeah.
This is my dream. This is my dream picnic if anybody wanted to actually facilitate that for me. And I think I'd have little pots of olives.
Ooh, you know I love an olive, a good olive.
Yeah, with little sticks. Like you just said, you've got to have like there's certain picnic equipment that is needed, you know, little cocktail sticks.
Yeah.
Little...
What are 3 things that have to be in your picnic basket for it to be successful?
Can I say utensils, or have I got to pick a utensil?
You can say utensils.
Because last time we tried to make a list, you turned up with a whole live chicken.
Oh, shut up. It's up to you. If you don't state it and it's not in the basket, then...
Because I think a fork is the most important utensil at the picnic. But I would like utensils. But what I do not want is the utensils that are made of like wooden bamboo.
Oh, you want
it needs to be metal? Real, or it needs to be plastic.
Okay, yeah.
That's all I can vibe with. If we're doing picnics so that it's fully disposable, obviously I understand keep it plastic or keep it paper, whatever. But I think a fork is essential because I also would like some coleslaw.
Okay.
That's one of my little nibbles. It's gonna go nice with my quiche, I think. What's one of yours?
I like to have. So I bought this little mini table thing from Amazon. It's like it rolls up basically, but it allows me to put my drinks on it in a stable
like a
way.
Flat way.
Yeah, it's a flat table. Yes. So I always have one of those in my picnic basket bag thing.
Yeah.
On a side note, I think I'm at about 5 picnic baskets. My mum has an obsession with picnic bags and baskets, and she buys one every single year. And she's always, I've got like the round one with the handle. I've got insulated bag.
Why don't you take me on a picnic?
We can go on a picnic. I love going on picnics. I don't even think I got to do one last year.
Take me on a picnic. I'll take you on a picnic.
Yeah, I've got a square basket. I've got a large square basket.
I've got one. I've actually been the recipient of 2 hampers. Well, I was a recipient of one. I was the beneficiary of another.
Okay.
And one was from, you probably heard of them, Dalesford Organic. Yes. Dalesford Farm.
Yeah.
It was from work during the pandemic, my previous job. They sent it out to us as like a keep going gesture.
I remember when companies were doing that, sending all these things, all these mental health packages.
Oh my God.
These good mental health packages.
To be honest, when it came, it got the people going. Yeah. But as a result of that, now I have a wicker basket, and it had like the perfect fit inside cool bag. So I think a cool bag and an ice pack. I
was going to say ice pack, that was on my list, to keep the drinks cold.
Yeah, or anything, like coleslaw. I don't want warm coleslaw. It's true.
Also, it's safer to use those ice packs to keep some of those things which should be refrigerated.
Yep.
If you're having a picnic on a hot day, by the time you've travelled there and stuff, that thing is bubbling and fermenting.
My chicken Kiev would have gone a bit frowsy.
Yeah, exactly. So ice packs is definitely...
Ice packs definitely one of my essentials. And I think that cool bag structure, I'm not fussed about whether or not... I mean, my aesthetic little... strawberries and cream quiche picnic comes with a wicker basket, darling.
Yeah.
But my general, do you want to go eat in the park?
Yeah.
As long as it's in a cool bag, and with like, I'm not too bothered about how it comes and what it looks like, the vessels that are required to transport the picnic. But yeah, in my dreamland, it's you open the lid and there's like plates trapped into the lid.
That's what I've got.
There's cutleries and little napkin
some
holders.
of them come with salt and pepper shakers.
You're lying.
Yeah, I've got that.
Take me.
I will do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else is an essential?
Large plate, smaller plate.
How heavy is that thing though?
It's not that heavy, but it just means that when you've got all of the accoutrements at the top and around the side, you're limited for space.
Right, okay.
So when I'm doing my picnic the way that I want, I've got the cool bag and the basket going
separately. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
because some of the stuff, it cannot all fit in the basket.
That's what I think I've used the picnic for before. The picnic basket, sorry, is what you're saying. That's my table.
Okay.
Like the actual wicker basket is the table.
Yeah.
But rewind a second. I know we're chopping and changing because that's just what we do.
Yeah.
But the Dalesford organic hamper that I received, it was not quite like a picnic. Obviously, it was a gifted hamper, but it had the most delicious like cloudy apple juice in it.
Okay.
It had scones, clotted cream, jam, and all of this is their own brand. Like they produce most of this food. Like the clotted cream wasn't. I don't think that's usually that brand. Rhodes
Valley, or something.
Yeah, something like that. But also it had the classic Torres crisps.
Okay.
I think crisps are a good picnic.
Yeah.
A good picnic vibe.
Bit of nibbles on the side.
A little bit of nibbles
I like
on the side.
some sweets, some candy.
Yeah, I'm not a sweets girl. You
Really?
the little candy kitten over there.
I love the Percy pigs and that kind of thing. Yeah.
I like my pigs.
Yeah.
Piggy.
Oh right, okay. I do like that. One thing I do like to bring a piece of equipment is straws, metal straws.
Ooh,
I always put straws
in
my picnic basket.
Good shout.
We know that plastic straws are hard to come by and they're gonna be phased out soon anyway.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to buy them.
I've got loads of
In
metal
fact,
straws.
disposable plastics, I believe it's like by the end of the year you won't be able to get.
Gosh, my
due
picnic
to legislation
utensils
or something like that. Yeah, so metal straws, I love to have those. If I'm having like my little M&S tinny, just anything, I prefer to drink out of a straw.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else was in that basket. It was just so good. Oh, and the best shortbreads I probably ever had in my life. But I got to think about shortbread. And then the other one, which was a gift to my parents, but as I said, I was a beneficiary of some of the items, was the Fortnum's one.
Okay.
And
it wasn't a picnic basket. It's a hamper. You said
it's a hamper. So these are more like hampers, but I have actually pulled a couple of the options for what these brands sell as picnic baskets. So on Fortnum's, they have, I guess, a little bit of what I think is my dream picnic versus just some other stuff. They have so many options. So the first one that they have is the Fortnum's picnic provisions box. So this is a pork pie.
You can never escape you in the pork.
A pork pie. It has... I'll use the M&S voice even though we're talking about Fortnum's. Packed with enough delicious food to keep 4 hungry picnickers satisfied. This delicious picnic contains a wedge of bold Somerset Reserve cheddar, smooth triple cream cheese, crisp butter crackers, a pork pie, a jar of our famous Piccadilly piccalilli, and a pack of our Scottish smoked salmon.
That ain't hitting.
And when those savoury treats have been devoured, there's the impossibly delicious prospect of our salted caramel milk chocolate Florentines. Dig in.
That ain't hitting. That is not my kind of picnic. The most essential thing on there is the one pork pie that we're cutting into quarters.
And a cheese spread. And that is apparently for 4 people. So that's...
How big is this pork pie? Also, I don't like them kind of pork pies because it's like thick crust and then like it's cold and stuff. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah.
That's 70 quid.
You must be joking.
And it doesn't come with a basket.
I prefer pack a picnic basket with 4 patties, 4 pork patties, cocoa breads, and something else on the side.
Okay, hang on. Let's keep going. So then there's the sparkling tea time picnic for 2.
Okay.
This one does come with the cool bag, it looks like. And the description is... Packing 3 centuries of tea time wisdom into one palate-pleasing picnic. The sparkling tea time picnic is delicious homage to our most famous pastime, the afternoon tea. Indulge in freshly baked cakes, preserves, bubbly, and plenty of savoury treats. Containing smoked trout, goat's cheese, and samphire tart.
Okay. That actually sounds quite nice.
Nut-born tomato tart. Picnic scones, 2 fruit, 2 plain. Organic clotted cream. Strawberry preserve. A trio of cake. And cremant. So,
how much is that
wine.
one?
For 2 people, and including the cool bag and a bottle of cremant, £100.
God, I thought it was going to be cheaper because I was going to say that's a bit of me. But not for 100 quid.
No. And that's obviously the afternoon tea one. I think that is extortionate for what you're actually getting.
I think it is. The menu sounds nicer though.
Okay. Let's step it up a little. They do a Piccadilly vegan picnic for 2, which obviously we don't really care about. There's the Piccadilly summer picnic for 2, which looks a bit more substantial. This one's for £165. Includes a cool bag.
Oh, wait. A what? 100 and what?
65.
Go on, let's hear it.
So I'll save you the preamble. But this Piccadilly's summer picnic for two includes Fortnum's picnic cool bag.
Yeah.
Ooh. Smoked salmon platter, rye bread.
Wait, smoked salmon platter. What's on that? Just
Smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon.
Yeah.
They're taking a mick down there. Go on.
Smoked salmon platter, rye bread and butter platter, truffle nuts.
Bread and butter platter.
Yes, rye bread.
Okay.
Crisp breads, beetroot labneh, coconut tzatziki. How do you pronounce that thing? Mamara? The like aubergine dip?
Don't know, but I love it.
Is it that, the aubergine one? Anyway, cheese board, pickled veg, Greek salad, 2 sweet chili dips, 2 Virgin Mary chicken, don't know what that is, 2 vanilla panna cotta and elderflower and strawberry jelly, mini meringue pot, 2 bamboo cutlery sets, a bottle of rosé, a bottle of still water, 2 wine glasses, 2 picnic plates, and a tin.
Right.
For 165.
I think you're better off packing your own picnic basket.
And now let's just go to the top of the line.
Okay.
I'm going to describe it and then I'll let you tell me. How
much I think it is?
Oh yeah, I'll also show you the picture. So that's the picture.
Okay.
I'll include this in the show notes of this episode. I don't want you to move around because
I won't.
You're going to see the prize.
Okay, cool.
Right, so it's a birthday picnic hamper for 6 people. Mm-hmm. So I think that's pretty typical in terms of like...
What's inside?
A couple of mates coming over. Serve 6. Don't forget to serve 6.
Are you working for Fortnum's?
Begin by popping the cork on a bottle of Fortnum's champagne or enjoy a glass of elegant blanc. I'm guessing that's just white wine. When it's time to sing happy birthday, bring out our beautifully moist vanilla birthday cake. No need to worry about forgetting the candles either. We've included a set of our own and matches to boot.
Okay.
As if these tasty treats weren't enough to brighten up any day, delve a little deeper and discover picnic essentials of sausage rolls. That's an essential. And traditional Scotch eggs. Not a bit
I
of
love
me.
a Scotch egg, you know.
Oh, really?
I do.
Pork covered egg.
I love a Scotch egg. When I went in primary school, one of my my primary school friends, they would always have Scotch egg and they used to share it with me, much to my mother's disappointment probably. And I used to taste it and I thought, wow, this is some stuff I'd never eat at home. Yeah.
Okay. Coronation native lobster rolls and smoked salmon.
Okay.
We've also included a selection of classic crisp breads, pickled veg, crackers, charcuterie, antipasti olives, and a variety of dips. Not complete without the right accessories, you'll find Go Vino wine glasses, bamboo cutlery sets, salt and pepper pinch tins, and plenty of picnic plates nestled within. Serve 6. I think from the picture you can kind of see what's going on. Like
£205.
you can see the Scotch
It looks
eggs,
decent. But
birthday cake.
This is
crisps.
a bunch of picky bits. So how much is it? £205?
Drum roll, please. 375.
What? Absolutely not. £400
for a birthday picnic hamper for 6.
You're not paying for the sausage roll. You're paying for the hamper.
Blanket not included.
They're joking.
That time you get a wicker basket though.
Okay. And it's 400 squids. You've got to be joking. Absolutely not. I think you're just better off buying a good... To be fair, picnic baskets are not cheap, if I'm being completely honest. A good picnic basket is not cheap, but it's a good investment. Worst comes to worst, get yourself a cool bag and call it a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's expensive.
Also had a look at the old Marks and Sparks. And they don't really have a picnic offering just because Marks and Sparks, they don't really do grocery like that.
Yeah.
So you either order grocery or you order markspencers.com.
Yeah.
So I'm on markspencers.com and they have hampers. They have lots of different hampers. So they have the kind of picnic offering is the M&S collection hamper, I think, which is mainly basically cheese, crackers, biscuits and wine. Or they have the Spanish food and wine pairing gift, which is charcuterie, wine, olives, crisp breads, nibbles. That's £65, but there's no basket, no cool bag. It just comes in a box. And then the one I'm talking about that I think is most picnic adjacent is the one that comes in an actual basket.
Okay. On demand, 100 sold in the last 48 hours, and it looks like a bunch of biscuits. Like, I love M&S, but that
there's Cote de Rhone in there. Bottle of Cote de Rhone.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of biscuits, to be honest with you.
I think you can gather that my kind of picnic, which has the fried chicken in it, the hard-dough bread, the coleslaw, some prawn mayo sandwiches.
Okay.
A couple of other salad pots, antipasti bits and bobs.
I'm happy to miss the sandwiches.
I don't need it, but if I'm like getting everything that I absolutely want, some Mangoes off the
charcuterie.
bone.
Yeah, fruit. I think
I love
fruit is
fruit.
essential for a picnic or a little
sure.
alfresco.
And some kind of alcoholic beverage. I'm going to be honest. I like to be having fun in the sun. I like when you're in the sun and you're just a little bit, do you know what I mean? Woo, type of thing.
I think to accompany my fried chicken or whatever the situation is, there was one that I found that I thought was actually really good. It looked like a really good offering. It's by Ottolenghi. And I didn't actually know Ottolenghi sold like hamper parcels, whatever. But it's the meze box. So it contains basically various things, but one labneh with confit tomatoes, one pea and artichoke dip with pickled onions, parsley cucumbers, grissini, rosemary spiced nuts, preserved lemon and chili olives. It's very much just like it's all the cold food, but I think it's £40. And I think Ottolenghi food is good. So if you pick this up and stop to M&S and got your drinks, you're good. You know what I mean? It still gives enough real food, doesn't contain any biscuits or random pieces of cheese. Yeah. Like,
this is nibbles in the sun.
Nibbles in the sun.
For me,
it's picky bits out. It's what it is. You told me that. Picnic.
Yeah, but what I consider a picky bit is very different. A piece of chicken. Yeah, a piece of fried chicken that's been cut. That's what I like. A little peppered shrimp.
I think the Ottolenghi hamper is a good example of how picnicking doesn't have to be
Scotch eggs, sausage rolls.
Scotch eggs and sausage rolls.
Cheese.
And yeah, like we didn't invent this thing. So why have we simplified it down to like these best of British basics?
Yeah.
Like bland. Let's do something else with it. So I think there are other, you've described obviously as alfresco picky bits.
Yeah.
How else out there in the world are people enjoying picnics?
Right. So I've got an article.
Go on.
From the Smithsonian Magazine, which we will link down below in the show notes. How do people picnic around the globe? Remember, a picnic ultimately is just a form of alfresco outdoor dining, typically with a view or some kind of something going on as part of like your day. And this article breaks it down by different countries. In Hong Kong, picnics often take the form of seaside barbecues, which is interesting. Many seaside shops offer coolers of pick and mix barbecue items, fish balls, chicken wings, corn, squid, small fish, mushroom and more. This is a bit of me. This is my vibe. I love that. In Britain, lots of different foods which can be enjoyed cold: sandwiches, Scotch eggs, quiches, pies, bean or potato salads. I do love all of those little bits and bobs, but can get a bit boring. France, endless farmers markets and epiceries, specialty grocery stores make picnicking a snap. They're quite simple over there. You grab a baguette sandwich and a pastry, bottle of cider. You go to the banks of the canal or the Seine with friends.
That's one thing that I saw a lot of directly under the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Where people just, even like into the night, you just sit there, listen to music, speaker, bottle of wine, and I think you can do that legally there, like drinking outside and stuff.
So classic picnic sandwiches in France are jamon beurre, ham and butter on a baguette, pâté.
Jamon.
Is it jambon?
Hamon.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I studied French for years.
Pork.
I studied abroad, but it's because of that word. I didn't take no notice. Pâté cornichon, pâté and pickles, and pan bagnat.
Oh, pickles.
Hard-boiled eggs, veggies, tuna, and olive oil on country bread. In India, summer heat makes lunchtime picnics in India less appealing. So many save their outdoor dining for cooler hours in the day. Growing up in Bombay, this would look like going to the beach in the evening and enjoying corn on the cob and coconut water while watching the sunset. Other things on Chowpatty Beach, famous for its vendors selling chat, savoury snacks such as vada pav, a fried potato patty on a bun, pan puri, ball-shaped crackers filled with chutney, chickpeas, tangy tamarind water, and other bits and bobs. This is where the just on a bit of a tangent, the podcast that we listened to was talking about picnics versus street food and how it's kind of, there's a bit of a crossover there.
So he said something really nice, which actually I made note of. I can't remember the name of the speaker, but as we will link it below. And he basically said that the picnic is the location of the eating and the street food is the location of the cooking. Which I think is really nice way of framing it.
We'll do one more. In Japan, cherry blossom season, serious business. So that must be really beautiful time to have a picnic. Starting in March, spreading northward throughout May, everyone flocks to enjoy hanami, cherry blossom viewing at local parks.
Oh, that's a view.
That must be lovely. Many Depa Chica. Department store food halls sell pre-made hanami bentos, picnic boxes packed with rice, fish, pickles, tofu, and other treats.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
For a taste of cherry blossom minus the actual trees. Check a Japanese market for sakura mochi. Oh, so mochi, basically. Yeah. Glutinous rice balls stuffed with red sweet red bean paste and wrapped in cherry blossom leaves. So I do love a bento box, which is quite interesting because bento boxes have kind of been, I wouldn't say westernized, but they're quite popular. Do you think so? Yeah. Have been kind of westernized to be like just lunch boxes. Yeah. It's just lunch boxes, and I actually own a bento box because it's cute and aesthetically pleasing.
At some point when you said about India, I think I owned, is it called the thali?
Like the lunch box. The lunch box, like layered.
That's metal. Yeah. I think I know thali is when you order in a restaurant and you get all the little bowls, but I don't know if it's the same name. You know what I'm talking about.
I do know.
I think I got one in TK Maxx, but it was crap because it wasn't legit. Like the legit one doesn't leak. It keeps your food hot. It's proper. I should have bought it from like an actual Asian store.
Yeah.
The structures like that even make lunch.
Yeah.
Like your lunch can be a picnic if you've packed it appropriately from when you left your house, kind of thing. You can go and have your sandwich in a park. You could take your lunch box, your bento box.
That's when you know it's summer in Britain because
outdoor.
Everybody's taking their lunch outdoors.
Absolutely.
People, if your office is near a park, people are going to the park.
Damn right they should. There was a massive campaign by Stylist magazine a good few years ago, and it's something that I still say, which is reclaim your lunch break. Like your lunch break is not supposed to be sat at your desk. Like I know a lot of people have to, as in terms of you've got deadlines, certain industries that you work in. Obviously, God bless our NHS. I don't know if they know what lunch breaks are, but if you can step away from your desk,
for sure,
see the sky, touch the grass, especially while we can through the summer, please do that for the sake of your mental health. Get your vitamin D. Just a bit of variety in your day as well. I think that's nice.
Yeah, for sure.
So we mentioned at the end of barbecue episode some of our best practices about barbecue, one of which was to leave no trace. So please, if you're going out having picnics, whether it's a quick lunch, whatever, don't leave trash out. And something, what did you say about plastics and the legality around them?
So if you check the .gov.uk website, from the 1st of October 2023, businesses must no longer sell, supply or offer certain single-use plastic items in the UK. So this includes plates, bowls, trays, containers, cutlery and balloon sticks, which means that now is the time to invest in reusable cutlery, crockery, all those kinds of things for your picnics, for your parties, etc. Those cheap white plastic forks, those cheap white plastic cups, they're going.
Thank God.
I'm
not mad about that.
I'm not a fan of them, but things like straws, you already know we're struggling.
But I was going to say,
so I would invest in some metal straws if you can. But from the 1st of October, it's going to be very hard. And actually, legally, they need to have used it up by then, technically.
Oh, wow. So they're going to start winding that down already.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which I think just a best practice of your entire life, if you have one, but buy the stuff that's dishwasher friendly. Because if you're going to go out the whole, like, if you have a dishwasher that is, obviously, I know that's a privilege point anyway, but even if you're going to buy like plastic, like actual plastic plates, obviously that's a rule about single use. So we have a picnic kit and it's these plastic plates. We've had them for years, but they're proper hard plastic. They go in the dishwasher. Even we have plastic champagne flutes. We have the whole 9 yards. But that's mainly for just like garden party stuff anyway. But get good stuff, like especially if you're gonna want to enjoy it year after year. Our ability to picnic is such a short window of time. It doesn't mean that you don't get to use it again. It doesn't have to be fast fashion. You can come back to it and use it next year if you store it nicely and stuff like that.
One thing that you would like to know as well is that from the 1st of October, you must not supply ready-to-consume food and drink in polystyrene containers.
Hallelujah! The yellow polystyrene boxes are done.
Apparently. That's what, from the 1st of October this year. So it's definitely, I really do wonder on a separate note how what takeaways are doing to prepare for that and like work around that.
I also wonder how they're going to police that, because say with the like the plastic bag thing and even with the card charge thing, it was businesses of certain sizes that had to comply first. So I'm interested to see who they go after the first time, because the Yard Food Shop probably bought 5,000 units of plastic containers at the beginning of the year.
Boy.
So
maybe that's why Brown Eagle started serving my food in them silly little plastic looking. They don't look like single use. The thing is, the ban is on a single use product.
Yeah.
And some of these takeaway plastic containers are not single use.
Yeah.
They have the option to be reusable and stay in your household for a very long time.
Like the meal prep containers.
Yeah, exactly. But Brown Eagle have started. Brown Eagle, calling you lot out. You've started serving my oxtail and rice in this tiny little plastic container. I know that the cost of food has gone up, but it's just not value for money for me anymore.
You mentioned this before
because it pains me.
You didn't mention that it was because of the container.
I do wonder if that's why they've made the move early, because
they've
they used
changed
to serve
suppliers,
everything
and the small is now different.
Yeah, and they used to serve everything in the yellow polyester. Bring it back. You
got months. You got 2 months to go, babe.
I miss it. Oh my goodness, I do miss it.
I don't even like the flavour that thing gives your food. Anyway, we digress.
Yeah,
that is a little tip there for a more sustainable picnic. Don't leave anything behind. Make sure that you take everything with you and go home and wash it and use it again.
Yeah.
Good sustainable practices.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna open my calendar once we finish recording to put in these picnic dates that we're gonna be going on. My favourite location to picnic is actually the Thames Barrier Park, which is in the Docklands kind of area. I like it. It's on the Thames itself. It's very nice, but it's quite secluded. I like it there. I'll take you there. Where are you taking me?
I'm gonna keep it local. I like to keep my picnics fairly local because, like I said, I want the fried chicken and harder bread. There is a park near me. It's Mansfield Park in Chingford. It's a very small park. It's actually like at the back of houses, and it's more like a green space.
Okay.
There's a lot of green space because Chingford lays on the edge of Essex.
Yeah.
And it's on a hill. It's at the top of the hill, and it overlooks the reservoir.
Oh yeah.
And it's like the Lee Valley Reservoir, but it's like the kind of place that if you don't know about it, you can pass it.
So both of us will be near the water.
It's super cute. It's such a beautiful view when the sun's out and stuff. It's usually quite quiet. Don't really have too many people in there, dogs running around and stuff, but that's always my go-to. I'll take you there.
Okay.
Or I've got a list, another little article that I've pulled up, the glossary, the London Style Guide. He has listed 17 best parks to host a picnic this spring. I think that's if you're really trying to go all out and have something super scenic and make a day out of it. There's a couple of the bait ones that they've got in here. I've
done Greenwich Park,
St James's, Green Park, Victoria Park, Kew Gardens. Primrose Hill, Hampstead Heath.
I've done Hampstead Heath. My whole childhood we did picnics there.
Hampstead Heath. Another one I do like is Alexandra Palace. I love Alexandra Palace.
Yeah, it's just
it's far for you.
Yeah,
it's local to me, and because it is on a hill, it's a very beautiful view.
It's very nice up there.
Richmond Park, Dulwich Park, Battersea Park, Holland Park, Wimbledon and Putney Commons, Epping Forest. I do love Epping Forest.
Yeah, good local spot for me.
Yeah, Streatham Common, Brockwell Park, London Fields.
Oh, London Fields. Yeah, I never would have thought of that actually.
But what I will say is your first port of call is if you just want to do a quick Google or find out from like your local borough where the parks and the green spaces are. You've probably got some really nice ones.
Also, the proper parks or places that are designed for this will also have picnic areas that you can get picnic benches and there'll be bins there, it will be kind of designed around making sure that you are respectful of the area. So definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me know what dates you're free.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to meet in the middle on your afternoon tea picky bits picnic.
Well, we can bring our own spreads.
Okay, yeah, we can do.
Then you can enjoy some of mine. I can enjoy some of yours.
Oh, I like that idea. Okay, cool.
So you're bringing the fried chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you so much for listening. We're going to have various polls about some of the things we raised in this on Instagram throughout the week this episode comes out. Jump in the conversation with us over on Twitter. And we'll catch you next episode.
Bye, guys.